Let's go.
AITA for being furious that my husband and his mother hid that she lost her pension to a scam and now expect me to financially support her. Disclosure. I used AI to make it vague, fix grammar, and hide identifying information. So my mid-50s, has always been a bit much. She's a lifelong hypochondriac, constantly convinced she's dying despite doctors telling her she's fine. Over the years, I've learned to smile and nod while she goes on about her spells and energies. But recently, things went off the rails. She started seeing a soothsayer who convinced her that her workplace was full of dark energy draining her life force. She was advised to resign immediately and devote herself to healing. Against all logic, she quit her stable job, cashed out her pension. Turns out, a few months ago, she met another soothsayer who told her her life force was being drained by bad energy, and that only a cleansing ritual, for a fee, could save her. Long story short, she gave away nearly her entire pension and savings to this scam artist, did not tell anyone while going through her cleansing. But here's the kicker. My husband knew. She told him, swore him to secrecy, and he agreed because she was embarrassed, months ago. And he said nothing. He claims he didn't want to stress me out and that his mom was just going through something. Fast forward to now, she's broke, has no savings, no income, and is suddenly turning to us, well, me, for help with groceries, medication, rent, everything. And when I found out, only because she confessed when she had no money left. I absolutely lost it. I told my husband it's insane that he kept this from me and that I feel like I've been blindsided into being responsible for someone else's mess. He says I'm being heartless and it's not her fault. She was manipulated. But I say she's a grown adult who made a choice and hid it while expecting us to clean it up. So now I'm scrambling to keep our own household afloat and make sure she's not starving, all because of a decision I had zero say in. AITA? AITA has no consent spot. OOP was NTA. Relevant comments. OOP and her husband's ages. OP. Sorry, I never noticed I didn't put ages. I, 32F husband, 33M. I see us supporting her for the next 20-30 years. Commenter 1. NTA. Honestly, to me this is divorce-worthy. Your husband committed financial infidelity and now expects you to pay for it. If I were in your place, I'd be contacting the lawyer and looking for a way to get out of this marriage ASAP. Otherwise, you'll have his mother take and take while you're breaking your back to support her. Fuck that. OP. I'm really considering it, but I feel that they will say I left because she needs support. Commenter 2. Why are you scrabbling and not your husband? OP. This fool put himself under debt counseling, also without telling me, so his finances are under administration. He couldn't try even if he wanted. OOP's mill needs to look into resources such as food banks and public assistance. OOP. She doesn't qualify because over here, if you have ever been employed by the government, you don't qualify for any of the above until you are 60. And jobs for someone her age are scarce to non-existent. She doesn't even have a license, so Uber is not possible. Does OOP know anything about that scammer and friend that MIL had mentioned about? OP disappeared into thin air. The scammer and her friend that introduced her to the scammer are nowhere to be found. OP on her MIL being a soothsayer. OP, LMAO. I'm starting to think maybe I should give it a try. Honest to God, I knew she was into the whole ancestors and cleansing and stuff, but never thought she would be this gullible. When she resigned, I was told on the last month of serving notice again, I was the last to know. When I found out the reason, I thought she was being ridiculous, but I thought she needed a break since almost everyone was retiring early. She had no financial commitments, no cat, no dog, so I figured she would be okay. But idle hands are a devil's workshop. OOP's location and how it affects her mill's pensions. OP, not USA, here if you resign, you get your pension as a bulk payout after taxes. She resigned and did not take early retirement. 2 Enley, Witch House. She lives in what we call a family house, i.e. a house left by parents that all siblings have equal share in and cannot sell without all their approval. In short, she has no assets because she has never needed anything. I want to respond without giving you too much, but we are African, so it's expected to support our elderly and extended families. If I leave, it would be seen as being a bad deal. Someone who was only there for the good times, not bad. Commenter 3. I would get an attorney and divorce him. You need to protect yourself financially. Meanwhile, separate your finances. Open a new account. Don't warn him. Make that attorney appointment stat. You do have a say. You can say no. OP. Planning to. Our finances are not connected. My country does not do joint accounts, and employers prefer to pay into an account with the employee's details. I just need to find out what I should expect to happen since I earn more than him, and he has zero assets, whereas I own the house we live in, still mortgaged though. OOP on her husband's family background. OP, only child and the only employed one in his generation? We African in tradition does say we must take care of our elders, but it's the lies for me. Update, April 13th, 2025, 2 days later. Remember my 32F, Mill, 56F, who gave her pension to a soothsayer and quit her job? Yeah, it gets worse. I'm embarrassed and I honestly didn't want to update, but so many people reached out that I have to. Disclaimer. I did not use AI this time, so good luck reading this. If you read my previous post about my MIL who handed over her pension to a soothsayer claiming to cleanse her of bad energies, quit her job, and left us scrambling to support her, you'll know I was already nearing my limit with my husband's 33M family. Well, as I said in the comments that I needed to sort through my finances, because even though divorce was the unanimous answer Reddit gave me, I needed to know if financially it was possible. Backstory. I had a car I couldn't trade in because of the shortfall. My honest, loving husband suggested leasing it to his brother. I was wary, but he swore it would be fine. We signed a contract, payments came in on time for a while, I got my new car, life went on. At some point, before the pension thing, DH decided he wanted to take over the house finances. And like a fool, I let him. I slowly watched groceries and bills stop adding up, even when I knew I gave him my portion. But things always worked themselves out, so I didn't question it because in that house asking questions meant I didn't trust him. And now, while reconciling my statements, I realize the car hasn't had a single payment from his brother in months. The payments were from DH the whole time, and the car's apparently been broken for 2 months. And guess who knew and never told me? Yep, husband. When I found out about the car situation, something in me just broke. Not in a dramatic, plate-smashing, screaming way, just quietly, like a balloon finally deflating. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I just packed a bag for my son, 8M, grabbed a few essentials, and went to my mother's house for the night. And before I left, I told my dear, sweet, loving husband he had the day to package his things. He's now moved out, gone to live with his mother, and I'm back in my house. I'm not sure how or what to feel about. I don't know if this was the right decision, if I'll regret this, if we'll ever sort this out. I don't know if this is me now, single mom in need of a lawyer. I'm just numb, and maybe that's okay for now. Thank you to everyone who listened, aimed for the throat, and don't pull their punches. Bonus info. He apologized for everything and said he will do better, but I stood by the separation, and I know I made the right decision because when he left, he took some of my groceries because his mother ran out. He still doesn't get it. LMFAO. My life is a film with poor casting. I can already see that Subway Surfer background because this is honestly ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. That's all. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. You made the right choice. This man would have sacrificed your families, you and son, finances to enable his relatives? Promising to do better when you've asked him to leave and then taking you and kiddos' food? Yeah, no. This farce of a marriage is over. He'd set you all on fire to keep his mommy and his brother warm. I'm sorry you've had to discover this is who and how he is. Listen, how you feel now is only temporary. It will pass. You and your son deserve better, and this man cannot provide that better. He's a liar and will cheat the family he created with you so his relatives never have to experience consequences. See a lawyer ASAP. You need to separate finances, everything. He's a lying liability. OP. It was sad to see it. I didn't even comment when he started packing it. I was just done. Commenter 2. NTA. Lock down your credit. Check for loans he's taken out and not told you. OOP. And he has the tendency of doing that. Commenter 3. You can't sign over a pension to another person. You can absolutely give them any portion of it that you have received and continue to give that to them as it comes in, but you cannot give them future monies automatically. OP. In my country, when you resign, you get pension contributions as a cash payout. And because she was over 50 when the pension law changed, she got her full amount. People, please normalize the fact that not every country does the same thing as yours. Commenter 4. Good gods, what an idiot. OP, get your locks changed. I can 100% see him deciding to come back to the house whenever he wants, like when you're gone, and taking more groceries or whatever to support his mom on your dime still if you don't. He feels entitled to your money and stuff. Make it clear he gets nothing from you. OP. LOL. He just called asking if he could come do his laundry. I believe you are right about changing the locks. I don't think he believes that this is really happening. OP on her country's credit lockdown. OP. My country doesn't have a credit lockdown thing, but I get a notice when someone runs a credit check against me. OOP's culture regarding marriage and advice. OOP. I said this in another comment, but I'll repeat it here as well. There is a huge war in my head, RN, because my culture has this saying, a woman's grave is her marital home. This means we need to persevere through all hardships. We won't always be happy in marriage, but we must make it work, because the only way you leave your marriage is in a coffin. This is said before, while growing up, during and after getting married, to the point that it's the 11th commandment. Every female elder will say this if you ask them for advice.
AIO for locking up my snacks because my roommate kept stealing them. E19F. Live in an apartment with 2 other girls, and for the most part it's chill. Except one of them, let's call her Kayla, has this habit of eating everyone's food, then pretending she didn't. Like, girl, it's not a ghost eating my hot Cheetos. At first I was nice about it. I'd label my stuff, gently remind her, even offered to split groceries once. She always hit me with, "Oh, my bad, I thought it was mine." But this girl doesn't even buy hot Cheetos, like ever. So last week I got fed up and bought a little lockbox for the pantry and put all my snacks inside. Petty? Maybe. But I work and pay for my own groceries. I'm not feeding a freeloading gremlin. Now she's sulking and telling people I'm treating her like a thief and making the house tense. Our other roommate says I probably should have just talked to her again, but how many friendly chats do I need to have before it's not my job to babysit the damn Oreos? So, AAO? Relevant comments. Commenter 1. I don't think you're overreacting, especially if you have already had a talk with her. She should be respecting your belongings, and that includes food items that you bought with your own money. OP. Yes, I've talked to her about it. She just won't listen. Commenter 2. Has she paid you back for the food she's already taken? That's step 1 here. OP. Nope. Because she never admit that she stole my snacks, so I just lock them. Don't want to make a scene because of snacks, but at least it won't happen again, yick? Commenter 3. Tell her you treat her like a thief because she is a thief. OP, and she talks about it like I'm the bad one here. Commenter 4. Nor. It's your food, and you have all the rights to store it however you want because you're paying for it. Your roommate is trying to make you the villain when clearly she can't keep her hands off of your snacks. Oh. If she asks nicely, of course I'd share, you know. Commenter 5. Make sure the lockbox is transparent so that she can see what's inside but cannot reach for it. OP. Right. I think I will need to do that. And NSBP. Update April 13th, 2025, 2 days later. Hey again, just wanted to update y'all because things have evolved from my previous story, https://www.reddit.com/r/amyoverreacting/s/wm3pzaq9lf. So ever since I locked up my snacks, Kayla's been acting super weird. Not like full-blown mad, but giving me that energy. You know when someone says they're fine, but they're slamming cabinets a little harder than usual? Yeah, that. She hasn't touched my stuff since, which is a win. But now she keeps making these comments like, Oh, I'd offer you some, but I don't want to get accused of stealing anytime she eats something. And I just smile like, girl, please. Our other roommate, bless her peacekeeping soul, tried to gently suggest that maybe I could take the lock off now that the point has been made. But I was like, nope, I don't trust people who act offended when you set a basic boundary. Honestly, the vibe's kind of tense, but also peaceful. My snacks are safe, my energy is unbothered. She even labeled her cereal the other day, so I guess the message really landed. Anyway, thanks for the support. Turns out locking your hot Cheetos can lead to personal growth for everyone involved. Oh well. Relevant top comments. Commenter 1. Noah. If they are eating your food, then you have every right to lock it up. The fact this is annoying them is another reason why you shouldn't take it out. They'll just go back to eating it. OOP. She is so dramatic and play victim. Commenter 2. Roommate is hurt that the freebies have ended, and rather than apologizing and owning it, they are being passive-aggressive and blaming you for stopping her. Things will either settle or they won't. Don't change what you are doing, safeguard your stuff, because I think once you stop, things will go back to exactly how they were before. Let roommate be pissy. She needs to grow up and learn how to deal. Oh. She acts like a child, telling people, I'm the bad one in this situation. Commenter 3. The shoe pinches when it's on the other foot. First you were uncomfortable because your items were being stolen. Now you're not. First she was comfortable stealing your stuff. Now she's not. If you want to confront her, just say, look, I don't know what your problem is. You kept getting confused about which snacks were yours and taking the wrong ones. I did this as a favor to you because I didn't want to keep embarrassing you. Now your forgetfulness isn't my problem anymore. You should be grateful.